Okay, so we are going to start on the monthly chart for crude oil. Let's talk about how you can look to profit this upcoming week inside of the crude oil market. Let's mark our floor here. Now, understand that these are monthly levels, and we are currently about midway through the month of March. And you can kind of see this red candle happening right in here, right? We have been bearish for the most part of the month of September. And also, where we are currently at, we kind of have already encroached that particular area right there. So there is no reason to think that we should not stay bearish for the higher time frames when it comes to crude oil. So you are a returning viewer and subscriber. Thank you for coming back. And if you are brand new, welcome. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell, because my plans are very simple. I want you to learn the key zones for each chart that I share on any analysis. And then I also want you to feel better about your trading decision. Hey everyone, Armando here, the professor. And again, I just want you to feel better about your trading decisions. And that's why I want you to slow it down. Take this video step by step. I'm going to break down structure on every time frame so that you can make great decisions or better decisions coming up this week with crude oil. And again, if you're already part of our membership, you don't need to worry. You're going to get guidance, you're going to get coaching, and you're going to get charts inside of our very own and community. So let's go ahead and start diving into the chart a little bit deeper here. Okay, so this is kind of the top and the bottom within the current areas that we are working on within a monthly level. Now, we are going to go ahead and take a look now at the weekly level, kind of see what happened last particular week. And right in here, and again, I want you to kind of keep a note of the charts that I am using in the upper left-hand corner. This is WTI light sweet crude oil future spot chart. And again, look at the current price, and your chart, regardless of your platform, should be somewhat similar when it comes to price action. So we can see that we kind of finished the week here on this chart in this doji candle. Again, we can see that they did go up to grab a little liquidity off the previous weekly candle. And again, you can see here on this yellow line that I created, which came off the monthly chart, that that structure point was violated, okay, 2 weeks ago. So again, you can really look at the chart here. You can really begin to see why the bearish sentiment for crude oil is still going to be in play. Now that we have jumped into the daily chart, this is where I'm going to hopefully have you pause the video if you need to and start marking up structure points from within the daily chart. Now, we don't need to do much at this lower level because, again, that monthly level has now shown on three pretty much different occasions that we have come down here once, twice, and three times. So that is a strong level that we are holding. And again, to the top side, we have this level here. So in between 93 and 63, right, there's a lot of points to be made. We are kind of within this larger 30,000 foot view. And then we can see here where this previous support or floor was violated with this candle here back on September 4th. And now we're seeing price possibly coming back up to retest that area. And so we are going to start marking these levels here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of substitute that yellow line for that white line. And again, we're going to start moving up here and just looking for some of these critical areas where we can see where price has definitely reacted on a bigger scale, meaning a daily scale, and then we will get in much, much deeper as we dive into the different time frames. So as we begin to mark up these levels, okay, what I like to do is kind of, I'm a visual person, kind of put a little bit of a yellow thicker line to kind of show me these particular levels that we are working on from week to week. And so we're going to kind of draw all of that in there. And so we are starting out to work within these levels right in here. We'll draw one more that is kind of relevant to where the current price action is right now. So you can see here, once I drop to the 8-hour chart, now we get a much better picture of where we are within those time frames. Now, remember that within every time frame, we are going to find different levels. So now we just grab our horizontal tool. And again, this is going to be a level here that we've seen previous floor and a previous roof. And again, we will mark this area because we want to work within this area for the upcoming first few days of crude oil. So this is when we begin to look at the bigger time frame. So again, we saw here, let me grab this tool here, right? Price broke, price broke that level there, came back down, came back up to the level, came back to this level, broke the level, retested the level, came back to this level, broke the level, retested the level, came back near this level, came back up, a couple of false breakouts to the top side, and then this is where we are currently at. And this is why we have been, so successful inside of the club, primarily just selling crude oil. We've had buy opportunities for sure, but primarily we've had a lot of us, including myself, who's been very patient in just sitting for the sell opportunities of crude oil. Now, as we jump on the 4-hour chart, again, this is going to remind us that this is going to be a very critical area in what price is going or not going to do. And again, on the 4-hour, I'm only going to use a white line instead of the yellow line because then they get very close to each other. But this is to remind me, okay, and I always mark this here, that this is a 4-hour level, okay? It lets me know that when price comes up, we could see some possible resistance that are happening. I already know that the yellow lines are my higher time frames, from monthly to the weekly to the 8-hour, but I want to see some of the intermittent areas of support and resistance where I can expect a possible bounce in one direction or another. We're also going to mark up this level right here as a 4-hour level. And I say level because support can turn into resistance and resistance can turn into support. So I just kind of want to have an idea where those levels are at as we start getting into the smaller time frames. So talking about smaller time frame, let's drop now down into our 1-hour time frame. And again, here you can clearly see where we had that rejection point on that 4-hour level here and here. So we did this full teacup pattern, and then we provided the handle for the teacup. Okay. It isn't a perfect cup that you would drink out of, but there's the teacup. Basically, we come right back to the same level, and then we provide the handle of that cup. So if you need a little further illustration, right, it would look perfectly like this, like the bottom of a cup, and then the handle for you to grab. So that's what we are seeing down here at this level. So that usually entails a bullish pattern. Okay, teacup patterns are usually a bullish pattern. And so we begin to see here bullish movement heading right back up to this particular level. So this level is going to be a critical level in what price is going to do at the very beginning of the week. Okay, we've had some price action moving back up. And so I do want to go ahead and put a text box here to let you know and to let our members know that this is going to be a key level, okay, at the beginning of the week. Why? Because if we see some rejection on a smaller time frame as we get into, then we are going to want to take this possibly back down one more time. Okay. If we get that closure and retest like we did over here, then we're going to want to take it up to the next 4-hour level, and we trade level to level. So this is going to be a critical area that we are focusing on as we start the week. Okay, so now let's kind of draw into our 15-minute chart. So we can begin to see the price action. And we want to go ahead and look at some of these levels on the 15 where we definitely experienced some bounce. And we kind of had, again, remember that a level, okay, is never an exact line, but it's an area. It's an area where price has shown to react. Okay, we've seen price react and we've seen price react. So again, a lot of strategies that we use, very, very simple strategies, okay, to be able to scalp the market in either direction. And we'll mark up this one more level right here where we saw price react down. And here we had the closure above that same level. And so that is why 15-minute level, we had folks entering into a buy situation here because we had the bullish engulfing candle, closing above a level, okay, and then heading up to our next main level, which is a bigger time frame level. And that's the way that we like to grab our 20, 40 points on crude oil each and every day, multiple times a day. So again, this is why this level here is going to be a critical level with regards to what happens to the price action at that level right here. Now, price did close right here. So we are going to channel this. Let me grab this real quick. And I'm going to mark this as a call out for this is where the gap will open or close at the beginning of the market open on Sunday evening at around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so what that means is there going to be a gap here? And I actually should probably, let's go ahead and change this to a question mark. Is there going to be a gap in this area? Well, this is where price closed on Friday. So if the market opens on Sunday down on this level, then we call that a gap to the bottom, meaning the space between where the market closed and where the market opens to the bottom creates a gap in the market, and they usually come back up to fill that gap. If price opened up higher, as an example, same thing. Market closed here on Friday, opens here on Sunday, the space in the chart, the price difference becomes a gap, and they usually come back around to close that particular gap area. So this key level over my shoulder is going to be a very important level at the beginning of the week. Number one, will Sunday create a gap situation? Again, we trade those live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you become a member by then, and you can go to the website down below on your screen, you will join us for the gap analysis, not only for crude oil, but for indices and some of the Forex pairs as well. But this will be a key level at the beginning of the week for crude oil. Any closure above that level right there, again, then we are going to be aggressive and take bonds up to the next level. If we get that bearish engulfing candle, if we get some of the strategies that we use inside of our club to obviously see a bearish move, then the goal here is that we just take price right back down, starting at that first 15-minute level. And again, let me finish with going back to this current monthly chart. You can see it right here over my shoulder. It is a bearish month so far. You can see there that we've had some form of retracement on that wick. But again, as current price action is developing, we are still very bearish. You can see it on the chart there. We are riding into month 3 of a bearish crude oil. You are safer to stay in that bearish mode for now. Basically, you're looking for structure points to sell as price moves up if it continues to move up. If not, you should be sellers in the market until proven otherwise. And we have our targeted areas that we've already provided our members that when price and if price breaks above that level, then we will change the overall sentiment of becoming stronger buyers in the market versus sitting on more sells. Hey, I hope you got some value on today's Sunday crude oil video. Hopefully you can make some profits this week. If you have any questions during the course of the week, you can drop them down below in the comment section. I love answering subscriber questions, or even if you're not subscribed, I will answer your question as well, part of my servant leadership. And again, if you can hit that like button for me, that just allows more people to possibly see this video, no matter if you're in India, United States, Germany, France, Alaska. And that way, maybe someone could actually learn to do this and add another stream of income. And you could be responsible for that, because every time you hit the like button, you have the opportunity to be seen by more people. So you are actually impacting someone's life by doing that. Feel free to share this video as well. And if you're not yet subscribed there, I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out not only on the long form content videos, but I'm producing a lot more short content videos as well, as far as short quizzes, so that people that are brand new to trading can learn some of the basics through fun, interactive quizzes. And you can always check out those playlists on my YouTube channel. And lastly, don't forget to be kind to someone. We need more acts of kindness in this world. Go find a stranger, buy a cup of coffee, do something nice, open a door, help somebody out that's in need. And that just does great for your heart and for your soul. And also, lastly, don't let money be the reason why you're in these Markets don't corrupt, again, your soul by thinking money, money, money. Rather think experiences, think gratitude, stay in a sense of humbleness. It's something that we start every live stream in our community with. We give thanks and we're grateful for what we have. And again, this is just a temporary stop in the bigger picture of life. So don't get caught up on the profits, but how you can help people by making some profits. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon.